When the right people come together at the right moment, when they care almost as much about winning as they do about each other, they can become the best of the best.
Welcome to the best soccer show. The best soccer show in the whole world.
Here we go. It's the best soccer show. Jason Davis, Jared Dubois, the Rhodius, holiday-themed Rhodius.
Oh, yeah.
Festive Rhodius. That's
your
what
wife,
we got.
Your wife works from home, and this is her office, and she wants a background. She makes sure she gets it. You can't even see there's a tree right there, too.
You know, I've never actually talked to you about this part. Wow, it's pink. That's the most California thing.
That's my wife thing.
Well, okay, but it seems very California to me. I don't think we have ever discussed. Now, you know what my wife believes, because part of the reason I do the things I do is because of my wife's beliefs, but I've never asked you about your wife's beliefs. Is she also
dead on with me? Dead on.
Okay, all right. That means
complete heathen.
Makes for a good marriage then, because you guys are simpatico.
Yeah, we are 100% celebrating the pagan portion of Christmas this year.
Okay,
which is all the regular portions. People just don't know that.
No, sure. There's all that. We're not getting into that again. We might talk about aliens though, which is another one of Jared's pet concerns. Or
about the fact that they're going to have disclosure in the next week because they want to distract from the Epstein files on the 19th.
Disclosure? You mean like we're going to hear about another? There's is it now? What's
feedback? Disclosures. Some disclosures. About the huge USO underwater. What is it? It's US. I think it's.
Is this an abyss situation or a sphere situation?
Unidentified submersive object. So it's like off the coast of Catalina here.
It's a sphere situation then.
I don't know if it's sphere, but supposedly like one of the big areas underwater is the area off of Catalina Island here in California. One day, if it all happens, you're gonna be like, you know what? I heard a dude talk about that.
Wow. Yeah, Jared's your go-to source for all things UAP or UW, underwater phenomenon. Unidentified aqua phenomenon.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's like USO or something like that. I can't remember what it is.
All right, before we get into the business of the evening, and shout out
to I thought you had FIFA alien stuff.
I got Premier League alien stuff. I will give it to you.
Okay.
But this is something Jared came to me today and said, you know what we should do? We should highlight one of our Patreon members on the show each week. And that's a really good idea. And there's a particular Patreon member, a bestie, a true bestie, who's part of our community over in the Bestie Slack, who not only participates and engages and is part of the community, a beloved member of the Besties,
even though
he also did us a solid and put together one of those bot. I don't even know how a bot works. I don't understand what a bot is.
My favorite thing in the Patreon is that Evan, who you'll put up here in a second, has made this great bot where you have to go find places to find out who's playing, where they're playing, what time, what channel. My man's got it all figured out. He's got a bot that comes up daily in there. Now I'm putting pressure on him that he has to make sure it's working all the time. But
yes. Yeah, you complained. You were like, "Where's my bot?" And he was like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry."
I was like, "Hey, whatever happened?" I was like, "I missed it," but it's back up and live. So shout out to Evan, one of our great patrons, and we want to start making sure that we start featuring some of you guys weekly.
Yeah. Evan is a Red Bulls fan, hence the avatar. No, I'm not. Wow,
is that why there's some supporter shields of MLS Cup in this picture?
Okay, see now you seem like you're going hard on the man, and I'm just saying that's not.
Hard on Red Bulls fans.
That's inappropriate.
Well, okay, but he's a Red Bulls fan, and there by proxy, you are attacking the man you just wanted to celebrate for doing the bot that tells us when the national team players are doing the national team thing. In fact, you know what? I can actually give you. It's a little bit. What's that? I know the British had this thing. The English had this thing that it was like game updates, but in a text format.
What format? Text? Oh, okay.
I mean, this is I think
old. So just you get spoilers on your phone all day long or something.
I don't know. I don't think it was phone. It was pre-phone. It was like computer based. I don't even know how it worked. Maybe it was phone based. I don't know. But this reminds me of that.
Oh, that's the app. That's the bot right
This
there.
is the bot. This is what the bot does for us over in the Bestie Slack. Evan put this together, and it what is it? Scrapes? Is that a word? That's a thing, right? It scrapes.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing.
Not techie.
Scrapes is like an uncomfortable word.
I know that producing this show is the most techie thing you do in life.
Oh man, no! Like actually, you know what I'm into now? Well, I'm not saying I'm good at it. Video editing.
Hentai? Oh,
video editing. Like I'm over on the CapCut, like cut things up for YouTube and stuff. I got videos over on Morning Kick Around that I'm trying to put together. Actually, did you watch my produced edited video on the questions surrounding the USL and their move to Division 1 in Pro Rel?
I guarantee you I didn't.
No, you definitely did not. But I actually
you combining your things, lowerly soccer and random videos on the internet.
I know it's not. Well, you do troll YouTube. You just watch.
If it's on Blue Sky or whatever, I don't.
It wasn't on Blue Sky. It's on the Morning Kick Around YouTube channel. It's got 11,000 views. Man, give me a little bit of credit.
Nice, dude. Stuff.
Just say, like we put together this little thing to ask for these. It's not like a couple of dudes talking. It's more produced. We wrote a script. There's a voiceover element, some images
off their shirts.
No, not it's really teletext. Thank you. Robert from LA's got me on lock here with teletext. That's what I was talking about in England. And this has that vibe because of the way it's formatted. What's ASCII? What is that?
ASCII.
You know what is ASCII?
ASCII is the way that it's laid out. So back in the old like BBS days and stuff like that, go bring the image back up because it makes more sense if the image is up.
All right.
So for the people listening and not watching, the image of the bot is on what the bot puts out is on the screen. And so the grid pattern, the tables that you see here, like all the ups and down, the left, right, like all that kind of stuff, the gridding, that's done with dashes and so it's using the characters on the keyboard to make an image. Yeah, that's ASCII.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought ASCII was. It's kind of got it's not like there's not like a representation of Tanner Tessman's face in ASCII.
Yeah, back then
it'd be amazing.
ASCII, and then there was ANSI, and I think ANSI had more of the color block kind of thing, and ASCII was more text.
That's how you feel when you're. Never mind. There was a joke.
When I was playing Trade Wars in 1993. That's
Trade Wars.
If there's anyone that knows what Trade Wars is, do you know what Trade Wars is?
We had like drug wars or something on the old calculators.
Okay, the Trade Wars was on the BBSs though. They were called games. It was one of the first games I ever could play. You played against other players, not live. It was turn based, and only one person could be on at a time. But it was the most amazing game for the old heads out there.
Who remembers those old like we had the Texas Instruments or the TI-82s or whatever they were
and stuff like that.
But there were like you could load in games that were like drug war games and like you had to sell stuff.
You ever play Pimp Wars?
The only reason for drugs was to make it more edgy, so that teenagers would be like, "Yeah, this is dope," even though it was just a dumb numbers.
Yeah, there was Pimp Wars back in the day. Leisure Suit Larry, that was one of the first ones that was like that one is that was like more like images and stuff like that. The Leisure Suit Larry was dirty.
Leisure Suit Larry. I remember that very vividly. I do. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you to Evan for putting the bot together. That's why you are the patron of the week, the bestie of the week. And not again, I took it down again, but you can see not only does it have name and competition and team and all that, it actually has the TV information is there as well, right? So you can see now. You got to kind of, because it's ASCII, you kind of got to, read and then follow the lines to get to where.
Well, my man's very comprehensive. Like it has everything you could possibly watch it on, not just the main things.
Right. That's right. Like if you're like, man, VIX is my jam. You can watch something on VIX.
Fubo.
That still exists. People are out there doing the Fubos. All right.
Huh?
The U.S. men's national team's got some news out, but I think we should start with the biggest event on the American soccer calendar that isn't involving the U.S. men's national team, and that is
free agent at MLS.
The MLS Cup final. Oh. Now, I know you don't care unless your team is in it.
Wait, Galaxy won, right?
They won it in 2024, Jared. It's 2025. Although I do what we should talk
about. You Christian Roldan.
Joseph Paintsel being spotted in a Seattle.
Yeah, so you put that picture in the Patreon, and I was like, "Whoa, what the hell is this?" It turns out he's wearing Galaxy shorts in the bottom. Then where's a wider shot? It's after a game. He exchanged jerseys. He has Galaxy shorts on in the picture.
All right, it looked
but like for a minute there
training, and people were like, "Oh my god, Joseph Painsel's wearing a Sounders shirt. He's switching sides." Anyway, your team was not in it. They didn't. In fact, your team didn't make the playoffs. I don't know if you were.
Oh no,
did you know that your team didn't make the playoffs? Apparently,
we didn't want to be
one player.
We pulled the Zlatan and said, "No, we don't want the playoffs. Nothing. The playoffs doesn't want us.
The playoffs doesn't want it. Sorry, playoffs. You are missing the Galaxy." Inter Miami wins. I don't think there's any shock about them winning. I thought Vancouver played well enough that they were kind of unlucky.
Vancouver lost, to be honest with you, I think Vancouver lost it more than Miami won it. I mean, obviously the first goal being an own goal. They had a great run of play for quite some time. Unfortunate turnover with Kubas in the middle. That was rough. He was having a fantastic game. He and Leggett were bossing that midfield. I mean, in two midfields that
would be Sebastian Berhalter.
I'd say Leggett, Ron Sebastian. What am I doing?
The wrong Sebastian. Wires crossing.
Berhalter.
And what's a Javinko next?
But in midfields, they had Busquets, Messi, and you have Berhalter and Kubas. The better midfield was on Vancouver's side for a good portion of this game. I think their game plan was winning for a good portion, but unfortunate giveaway, mental error by Kubas. That was a really, really poor error by him to give up the ball for the second goal, the go-ahead goal for Miami in the second half. And then there's the kind of a garbage goal at the end, the garbage time goal when everything's pressing. So the scoreline flatters Miami, I think. I think they took it to them. They won it. They did what they're supposed to do. But I really felt it was, for a while, it was Vancouver's to win. They dominated the second half for a good portion of it.
Yeah, I do think that they weren't played off the pitch or anything. Maybe the scoreline flatters Miami a little bit. I do think, I think Sabi is going to have nightmares for a while over the double post and then a third crack at it with Falcon closing him
Shades
down.
of what, Portland Timbers a couple of years ago in the postseason?
Yeah, but that was a penalty. This was a shot in the run of play. That just ping, ping. That was really tough.
I think, listen, congratulations to Sergio Busquets, to Jordi Alba, ending their careers on a high. I think Alba has a couple of years in him still if he wanted it. Busquets did not look like he was at his level in this game. So probably leaving at the right time. I think a few times that classic Busquets body feint didn't work. You know, when he feints one way, turns it through the pressure the other way, got caught a number of times. But congratulations to them. Those guys leave on a high. It's going to be really interesting to see what Miami does restructuring with those salaries now available. Luis Suarez, you got to figure, is going to be opening up as well. A lot of the big pieces are still there in DePaul, Messi, Alejandro. I'm sure that I think he's there for the season.
Agende. He's on loan. He's on loan.
Ashende.
If you're Argentine, you definitely say Ashende, not Allende. He's on loan, which, is that we'll see. We'll see what happens. He was so key to this. They still have, I think they have Silvetti coming back for sure. And he was a bright spot, especially in the playoffs.
Is he the 19-year-old? Who's the 19-year-old?
The 19-year-old. Yeah. That's Silvetti. Yeah. This is interesting from, it looks like Rico. Rico says people watching YouTube live commentary streams of the MLS Cup in different parts of the world were tripping out over the ref cam. Genius move.
Italy does it too, though. Serie A does it. Yeah, it's not unique to us.
Maybe it's because it was messy. And there's this clip that MLS put out going around that where he speaks English, Jared. It's like the big shocking thing.
He says the word foul twice.
He says, not a foul, no foul, no foul.
Yeah, he speaks I could speak that Spanish, or like no falta, no falta.
No falta. Yeah, I mean, that let's not make it out like he was.
Yeah, listen, when I was the white kid playing in Mexican leagues, trust me, I've all of a sudden could speak Spanish on the field for the words I needed to say to the ref.
Okay, what would you say? Pendejo.
Hablo este ciego.
Okay, yeah. Dame el balón, dame la pelota.
Dámelo.
Yeah, that's
atrás.
So anyway,
but that being said, I shout out too, because I'm bringing up the ref. I think the ref had a fantastic game. That was really
I know that is true. Like, no issue with the ref. And sometimes that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I think second year in the row he's done the final. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but
yeah. Do you want to watch any of the ref cam, or you're good? You good?
no, I don't feel like being sick.
Okay, you don't like it because it moves around
No,
too much?
it was good. I saw it. I think it was one of the free kicks when he's standing still. It was a great view of it, but it's so shaky when it's otherwise.
You think it's too shaky? It's like,
well, he's not running right now. This is cool for this kind of stuff when the guys go. You get an idea of what the ref puts up with.
The thing about this though is, and I'm not huge into this. It doesn't really make it any better for whatever. I love soccer. I'm going to watch the game, but what's interesting about this is it does feel like a video game. Like it does have video game vibes to it, and it's obviously not.
What I also like is that you get the idea for what the stands feel like for the players.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
What the
a little bit
stadium
like
feels
that.
like.
Coming, lots of this, lots of Argentine and Spanish guys going, "Huh? What? Huh?"
A lot of hand movements. Interesting for a gameplay with feet.
That stadium doesn't present horribly on television, but you can
that
tell
stand
how
doesn't. The other stands are kind of like
I guess that's true. The two stands with the roofs, which are more like they're more like horse tracks than they are soccer. They're I guess kind of lower league stands in some places are like
I mean,
that.
it's Tampa too. It's not even Miami.
It's very what? Fort Lauderdale. What?
Fort Lauderdale, excuse me.
Wow, you have terrible Florida geography. You got
I have no idea where that city
up.
is. I know Miami's at the tip of the penis, and that's all I know.
If Miami is the tip of the penis,
is Tallahassee on the balls?
No. Well, it depends on which way are we. No,
if you
Florida curves the other. So the balls are more like
Who's
Panama
on the
City. Panama City. Tampa would be on the body
base
side
of the shaft,
penis, like
where
on
the
shaft.
vein runs.
Yes, basically. And then then Miami is the tip. And the Everglades are like the other side of the tip, but then you have Fort Lauderdale, which is like just a little bit up the shaft
where the circumcision
on that
is
forward side. This is getting really weird.
Where the circumcision is, you wouldn't know.
No, it not. What? Wow. Well, you're spilling beans today. What's going on with you? All right. Anyway, enough of this. Enough of that.
Okay.
The ref cam getting some love internationally. Apparently, there's 63,000 views on a ref cam video for 7 minutes over on the MLS channel.
I listen. If they kept it completely I would watch it. If it was even a live stream later on, like after the game, I'd rewatch the game just to hear all the shit talk and get if they had it completely uncensored, I would pay $10 a year for just access to that.
The way to do this is to sync it, to watch it synced with the regular game broadcast view. I'm not saying you want the audio. I mean, so you want the audio maybe from the ref, but you have like a big picture of the game audio. I mean, the regular
two tabs open.
Yeah,
audio from one and the game of the other one.
Well, I'm thinking picture in picture is what I'm kind of thinking of here. Like you get the game, and then in a box in the corner, you get ref cam, and you can choose
think
your
about the
audio.
ref cam. This has been edited, and they're just showing what you want to show you. You know, like I want to see like the.
Yeah, well, that's another reason they'll never do it. They'll never stream it exactly live because there's always a chance somebody says something really bad.
Well, listen, you want to stop some racism between players? Have it broadcasted. Then you don't have to wonder anymore what the guy said, and it's he said, she said about this stuff.
Well, but the ref can't be everywhere, so guys will still get away with it.
Still pick up a good amount.
Yeah, maybe. What about AR cam? AR cam, ref cam?
I don't know. There's a lot of bald heads on the sides. Those guys, a lot of them are just missing hair. That's all.
Cams everywhere. Cam. Inter Miami.
I think assistant referee, sideline referee is the #1 balding profession in America.
Really?
Like per capita, like the percentages wise.
Check on your stats.
I feel like there's a lot of balding men that do that.
Did the bad guys win?
Yes, but I think that's okay.
You're okay. Well, you've been the bad guy. Your team has been the bad guy. You're completely comfortable with the bad guy.
I think Miami's even more of a bad guy than us. We were bad guys when we didn't know what bad guys were.
Wait a second. That's not. But that's okay. It's relative, right? So you're saying that now because the league is maybe bigger, because the money is different, they're more bad guys than you were? I don't think anyone
still thinks that El Tanque was a bad guy, and
everybody thinks that your team was cheating. Everybody thinks the rules were bent for you. Everybody thinks the rules were bent for you. Everybody does.
We lost the first few finals we were in. How is it rigged for us?
I don't know. By the time Beckham showed up, all the rules were bent in your direction, dude. Like everything was tilted LA style. And I mean, that's the thing. You were the marquee franchise in Major League Soccer because not only were you in Los Angeles,
We won not only
were you in Los Angeles, you had David Beckham. And so, of course, they had to highlight you. And that's what the allegation is for Miami, too, right? Not only is Messi obviously very good.
Beckham wasn't carrying LA the way Messi carries Miami. Well, Beckham's also not the player Messi is, but he also didn't have two other Barcelona alums to it's not like Beckham brought over Roberto Carlos and CR9 when he came from the Galacticos.
He was wearing 7.
No,
back then.
CR9. The other Ronaldo.
The other Ronaldo.
What at the Galacticos with him?
Wait, hold on.
I'm saying when he came over, he didn't bring 2 Galacticos with him.
Was Ronaldo still playing for Real Madrid in 2007? The original Ronaldo?
Well, he's one of the Galacticos. I mean,
yeah, I guess other Ronaldo wasn't there yet.
I guess it would be more like if when Beckham came over, he brought Nicky Butt. And
yes, right. Well, yeah, but nobody cared about Nicky Butt and Gary Neville
because you're not bringing
Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes, incredible player.
Paul Scholes is the Busquets. Okay, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right. There is something to that. Kind of the Busquets of but nobody was like, I can't wait to go see Paul in America. No offense to Paul Scholes. Nobody was lining up to buy tickets to see Paul Scholes play, even though they should have been. They should have recognized. Yeah.
Generational midfielder.
Mike. Phil and Mike did. That's what I was trying to say. The Galaxy of the Green Goblin and Miami is Dr. Octopus. So these are Spider-Man villains. Jared,
I guess does Dr. Octopus bite people? Because that's kind of what Miami does. Are they all handsy? That's more Cristiano Ronaldo would be wherever Dr. Octopus is.
Okay. All right.
Wait, he was allowed into the country? I thought he couldn't come here.
I think all the rules are out the window if you suck up to certain people. You know, they canceled the DOJ canceled an investigation into FIFA bribery after the events of the draw, and
that's a hell of a way to make some peace.
Oh yeah, make some peace. Cancel investigations into.
I love that the trophy is literally a bunch of poor people's hands trying to grasp a piece of like food or like a fruit or something like that just to eat.
You know, I was there, right?
Where's that download? Let's go.
It wasn't nothing, man. It wasn't nothing. So, you know, the problem is,
who'd you see?
It's a massive event. The dignitaries are on hand. The president of the United States, the president of Mexico, and the prime minister of Canada are in attendance.
Yes.
I stood in the snow for an hour and a half to get through security.
I saw the picture.
Didn't wear the right socks. You wouldn't know anything about wearing warm socks in wintertime, but I didn't wear the right socks.
I thought you meant they didn't match.
No. They actually were very nice socks. They were kind of Christmas themed, actually. You know, because normal people celebrate and believe in. Anyway, I was in the line for an hour and a half, got through the line, and then they just kind of like shunt you off into the media room. And the media room is just a place to put your laptop and write your story.
Oh, you're not in the room?
No, you're not in the room. You have to be Roberto Carlos. You have to be Zidane. You have to be an ex-great. You have to be somebody involved in the event.
For nothing.
You have to be Wyclef Jean, apparently, to be in that room. Although I will say this, FIFA fucked up most of that.
Oh, for sure.
98% of it was fucked. But Lauryn Hill coming out was a legit shock, and I was like,
whoa. There was still even a fuck up at that part. Like, I think hired Lauryn Hill, not Lauryn Hill's son, to perform.
Well, she was there.
What was it, Marley Hill? Like, all of a sudden he has his own
but you understand that Lauryn Hill's kid is Bob Marley's grandkid. You understand that part, right?
Why? But I ain't tuning in for him.
I know, I understand. He's not a
it was like nepotism on display.
Right. I know, but I think there was just like this thing about like, we're gonna bring the cultures together.
As a media person that's there, what do you have access to that if you're not in that
other
room?
Media people and food? That is okay.
Interviews? Is there press conferences that you get to go to?
Okay, so a little of my experience was dictated by my schedule for the day. So I was asked to go cover it for Sirius XM or to be on site. So what ended up happening?
You could pull off that. You're really keen.
So what ended up happening is I get through security, I go to the media area, find a space in a very crowded room filled with people from around the world covering the event. I set up my system. Luckily they had good internet. So I set up my system so I can join the radio programs that were happening throughout the day from that room and give a vibe and give my insight. But of course,
feels super grifty, Eric. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm just watching the draw on the screen, like a massive screen in the room with the journos, but that's all I'm doing.
Hey, let me ask a question.
Yeah.
How good is the food?
Well,
What
okay,
was
let
the
me get
food
to the
though?
food in a second. I'll tell you a story.
Was it McDonald's?
No, it was
No.
not. So there was an opportunity to go to the mix zone and catch interviews with people who are coming out of the opera hall where the event actually took place. And I imagine there were
Nice.
greats there. I did not end up going to the mix zone. Number one, because I didn't put in for a ticket on
Didn't
my
have the right
FIFA
socks.
media app in time, which I didn't realize was a thing. And number two, because I had to get back home or to the studio, one of the two, to do my radio show because I was still scheduled to do radio. So I left DC at 3, and because of traffic and you had to walk 6 blocks to get an Uber because everything was blocked off because of the president, I didn't get home until 3:55. My show started at 4.
Nice.
So I didn't have time to do anything beyond be there, watch the draw, and leave.
All right, now tell me about the food.
The food was 3 different choices.
Oh,
You
fish
had,
is chicken. What?
No. You had there was a Canadian.
Oh God, they
something,
went this route.
and it was basically like little sliders. I think they were
A Canadian what?
Breakfast. I don't know. It said Canadian something. Lunch. Canadian lunch. They were all lunch. Canadian lunch. And it was like sliders and ketchup chips. That was the Canadian one. Then there was a Mexican one, which I didn't partake in, that looked more like almost like a taco bar situation.
Oh, was it ground beef, dude?
It wasn't
ground beef and hard shells.
Okay, look, I didn't notice if it was ground beef or not.
Ground beef, hard shells, and yellow shredded cheese. I guarantee.
No. It was like pico de gallo. I saw pico de gallo and stuff. It wasn't soup. It wasn't terrible. It was like on a scale of 1 to 10.
What represented America?
Macaroni and cheese.
We're a side. We're not even a main dish.
There was something else, I'm sure, but maybe it was burger sliders. I don't know.
Trump let that happen.
It was crazy. Well, here's the other thing. Part of the reason I didn't get home until 5 minutes before the radio show, and I live 25 minutes away. Like if I got an Uber right outside of the Kennedy Center and got in that Uber, I would have been home at 3:30. Had plenty of time to prepare for my show. That did not happen because not only could I not get an Uber next to the building because of security, I couldn't get out of the building because he was still there when they thought he was going to leave hours earlier, and Secret Service basically was like, nope, can't leave. President here.
It was a big, like, everyone was on their knees in front of him. Why would he leave?
It's a good point. It's a really good point. It's a really good
By
point.
the way, has there ever been a more obvious attempt to man, I gotta be careful. Never mind. You got access to this. I shouldn't down it.
I mean, I'm here in my safe space.
I'm not. It was insulting.
Oh, it was
how much
insulting.
pandering was happening.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, everything Johnny does is insulting to soccer. Everything is. It doesn't matter. If it's about Trump
you have
or
to
not.
be terrible at your job to make me wish for Sepp Blatter again.
I've said this, dude. Here's the thing. At least Sepp had the good manners to pretend like he wasn't doing shady stuff. At least he was like, or he would do this thing like, la, 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 la. I don't know about the paper bags full of money. La, 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 la. Johnny Infantino was just, let me cozy up to that authoritarian leader and that dictator and that repressive regime. And that I do not, he is no line. He has no line, no morals, no compunction about any of this. And that's the thing that is hard, right? I don't know, man. Yeah. Okay. So the U.S. group.
To watch, man.
Let's talk about the U.S. group, because we have not yet done that, and we probably should. And we don't yet know who the European representative will be in the group for the United States.
I like this from SEO Spider. The FIFA Peace Prize. What's next? The NFL Physics Prize?
That's pretty funny.
Wait till Trump gets a Pulitzer.
The NFL Health and Safety Prize. The NFL. Oh, man, I don't know. Yeah, there's some funny stuff there. The U.S. group, Jared. Since we're talking about the draw,
couldn't have been better. It couldn't have been better. I mean, there's only one thing that probably couldn't be better.
Okay, tell me.
I mean, it's tough to. I mean, you're likely getting Turkey. So Turkey is going to be a tough.
Well,
opponent.
you say likely, but that's okay.
I think outside of Italy, that's the second hardest team out of the UEFA playoffs.
Okay. I have to go back and look, but yeah, okay. They are not easy, right?
No,
but they are also not a team.
Are you going to make the argument that this isn't a best case scenario for the U.S.?
No, I agree with you. I do. Okay. I agree with you for the most part. I just, I don't know. I think there is a way to look at this and say, well, actually, you there could be it could be a little harder than it kind of looks on paper. Does that make sense?
I mean, you can make the argument for any group. I mean, you still got
blurry.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You can say that for any group if you want to make the talking point, but I think for the U.S., literally, the U.S.'s biggest obstruction to winning the group was going to be their second pot opponent.
Yeah, that was all. Yeah, who was your pot 2 team? And we were all dreading the possibility of getting Morocco.
Uruguay. Even though, listen, I know we just won 5-1, but I still wouldn't want to be in the group with them. Especially after you got to feel like they have an edge to them after that. So the U.S. got the bottom pot 2 team, the lowest ranked pot 2 team possible in Australia. Not to knock Australia or anything like that, but Australia should be stoked to get us too, because you could have got Brazil, you could have got Spain. Australia should be stoked to be grouped with us. I think there's a mutual thing there, in that they may have got the bottom pot 1 team.
Yeah,
arguably.
Yeah. Okay, now
look at that sharp image.
Okay, finally got the right image here. So this is not all the groups. This is 8 of them, but this is a way for us to look at the U.S. group. No, this is the old. This is 2022.
2022.
Oh,
why are we in the group with Iran?
It's really bad internet doing right there from your friend Jason. Oh, look at that! Trying to do stuff while multitasking. What do they say? Multitasking isn't real. You're just.
But and the other thing that makes it such
a
strong group for us, in that not just the dodging a number of bullets, and I think that's really true what we did. It's not that we have an easy draw, but we dodged the big bullets.
But when you say big bullets, who are the big bullets? Because that's what I
said. The Morocco, the Uruguays, right. Even in pot 3. I tried. Norway was in pot 3, I believe. I mean, that would have been a tough matchup as well.
Yes, they were.
There's a number of things that could have happened. I think the best case scenario. But the other thing that makes it advantageous for the U.S. is that U.S. soccer couldn't have gotten it better with warm-up games. Could have gotten it better. You've played all 3 of the teams in your group in the last year.
I think that obviously the thinking for these other teams is like, oh, damn, we get a chance to play, the host in their home country. That's a decent matchup for them too. Like, get a lay of the land situation. 2 of these games are going to be in Atlanta. LA. No, I'm talking about the World Cup. I'm talking about the warm-ups.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
So 2 of those games are going to be in Atlanta. You've got one in Charlotte, and then where's the Germany game? That one's
Jersey?
Is
it New Jersey? I could be wrong.
It might be. That's just before the World Cup, the Germany game. So
Senegal's the actual last game before. That was just announced today. Senegal is going to be the actual last game.
No. I don't think so. That's the March game, Jared.
The May 31st. Senegal's
Germany is
May 31st.
Germany is okay. May 31st. Excuse me.
That's
not March. The March are who's Belgium and who else?
Germany.
No, Germany is the 6th of June.
There's 6th of June. I could have sworn Senegal is the last game before. Oh, it's the last game before the group. The teams are announced. I'm sorry. I think that's what it is. Before the teams are announced and they go into camp.
It's Belgium on the 28th of March, Portugal on the 31st of March. So that's the March window.
Yeah.
Senegal on the 31st of May and Germany on the 6th of June. And that game's in Chicago.
Well, I got the date right, but I thought it was the last one. Okay.
Send-off match. So that's 6 days before the opener against Paraguay at the World Cup. So you play in Chicago on the 6th and you play in LA on the 12th.
And the Germany game is in Chicago.
Yes. I just said that. Thanks to Hitman Bob. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, listen, they've done a very good job. U.S. soccer couldn't have gotten much better outside of getting Argentina and Spain. But you don't want to play those games because those aren't your likely. They did a very good job of looking at the potential matchups in pot 2, pot 3, even pot 4 of who the U.S. could get matched up against, and they got it right. I mean, literally, Paraguay, Australia just played them. If Turkey wins the playoff, just played them. It's fantastic. I mean, it works both ways. They also know who the U.S. is as well. But in terms of familiarity and gaining data, fantastic job at U.S. Soccer. Hats off to them.
Who of the hosts has the best group and the worst group?
I think hard to know without the playoff winners.
That is a thing.
Italy's in playoff A. Is that what they are?
Italy, I believe, is in. in playoff A. Playoff D is Czech Republic and Republic of Ireland in one semi, then Denmark and North Macedonia in the other. I would favor Denmark to come out of the whole thing, but there's no guarantee of that.
Yeah, if that's the case, I think Mexico. Wait, you say who has the easiest group or the hardest group? What was your question?
Both. Give me your ranking.
Has the easiest group, no matter what happens with those playoffs.
Who does?
USA. I think they have the easiest group, no matter what happens in those playoffs. I think Canada potentially has. Oh no, man. Well, I think Canada has the hardest if Italy comes out.
If Italy comes out, but that Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and then I said South Korea, and then probably Denmark. That's very balanced. I think that group is very. I agree.
And the funny thing is, like, what really strikes me about this World Cup draw is this shit's watered down. Like 48 teams. There is literally one of the groups of death would be Group L, which is England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. That is one of the only groups that looks like a true normal 36-team World Cup group. That is the only one that looks like it would be a actual World Cup group.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be a group of death in a normal World Cup.
I will say that the U.S. group doesn't have a patsy in it, right? So if Turkey comes out of playoff C, that's a pretty balanced group overall. Paraguay did very well in World Cup qualifying. Australia is never easy to beat at the World Cup.
Defensively.
And Turkey's got talent. Yildiz and Goulet. I mean,
honestly, Turkey is the scariest team for me if they come out.
I think that's probably fair. So the U.S., if they were able to win, they would get a third place finisher from a different group. So you can't.
I think USA has 2 games in Paraguay and Australia where they're going to have the ball. I think Paraguay is going to look to counter through Almiron and that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Australia is known to be defensive, defensive.
Yeah.
And so the USA needs to get used to the idea of they need to take the game to those 2 teams. And these are Gio Reyna lineups. Turkey, maybe not, but
I don't know, man. That's interesting. And there was a question of whether or not
Malik Tillman games,
whether or not Pochettino's team looks different if he's like, I need somebody to help break down a low block. Or you just take the best team you possibly can take, and then you try to play multiple ways because you're going to have to throughout the tournament. If you go into the knockout phase, you're not going to be like, well, we're definitely going to get a low block team. You don't have no idea.
Robert Finelli asks, is Jared Ware third place nations qualifying? Yeah, 8. I think 8
of them.
No.
Yes. 8 of them too.
It is, and that's one more reason why it really doesn't matter.
That's why he's saying it's watered down too, right?
It's watered down, man.
Yeah, lots of these teams are going to be playing in a certain way, not to lose. Because if I
will say though, man, it was getting spicy though when Brazil and Morocco got pulled back to back. That shit was spicy.
Yes,
then coming up with Haiti and Scotland, it is a tier 1, tier 2 group.
The Brazil group. When Morocco came out, there was an audible noise in the room that I was in.
And I think, if I remember correctly, when they pulled, Norway is still available. And I was like, oh my God, if Norway gets pulled into that group, where did Norway end up going?
Norway is down there which is, by the way, Group I could be the group of death.
It could be, yeah.
Now, that's playoff 2 is a FIFA playoff, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of different, I think maybe not Panama, there's a CONCACAF nation in there.
What is that? Group I said? Let me take a look at this. So that's Bolivia. The winner of Bolivia and Suriname will get Iraq in a final to go to the World Cup on March 31st. So that
the group. What's the Group K? If you have it in front of you, the winner, the winner playoff of Group K. Which one is it? Who's in that one?
So that is New Caledonia facing off against Jamaica.
That's
with the winner playing off against DR Congo. All this stuff is happening in March, by the way, and these games, these little mini tournaments. I think this is all happening in Mexico. That the intercontinental.
I believe if the USA wins this group, they have the potential of not meeting a tough team till quarterfinal Spain.
So if they win the group, they'll get a third place team, which makes it almost impossible to know who their opponent would be. They would get a third place team from Group B, E, F, I, or J. So it's about ranking, right? It's about all that stuff. So that's really tough. Now, if they finish second in the group, let's say Turkey wins the group or whoever else you imagine could do so, they get the runner-up out of Group G. So they get the runner-up out of Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand.
Likely
And
Egypt.
on paper, it's probably Iran or Egypt.
Yeah.
Right? Belgium would be your favorite to win the group.
Depending if Salah's retired by then or not.
That's not he's not going to retire internationally. That is not that's not an easy one. That's a tough draw. And you would also be grouped, you would be in a part of the bracket where you would get the winner of a matchup between the winner of Group J and the runner-up of Group H. And the winner of Group J, everybody would have Argentina, the defending champion. And the runner-up of Group H, probably Spain would win that group, but Uruguay, you really don't want to run into Uruguay in a World Cup if you can help it. You really don't want to.
So imperative the USA wins this group.
I would say that you need to win the group. Yeah,
I think it's definitely a legit possibility, even if Turkey comes out of it, because if you've done the work and you get your 3 points to Paraguay and Australia, you don't need to win the Turkey game likely.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
But Kevin Yildiz scares the crap out of me.
Yildiz is very good. Again, Arda Güler is very good too. They have some talented players. I think they play well as a team, and they've beaten us this year. Whereas when it comes to the rest of that group, Australia, Paraguay, I mean, you go, oh, we know them, and we know we can beat them. Maybe not that they're best exactly. It's not a World Cup. Those are different matches. But you think you feel like you could beat them. So there's, I mean, it's not 100% like, oh, this is our group for the taking. But I do think that you can be confident that if you play your best, you can win the group.
Yeah, and listen, they just beat two of the teams in their group in the last few weeks, and the Turkey A team that played them was very different than what we've seen lately. So
yeah.
Now think of those 4 friendlies: the Belgium, Senegal, Germany. Who am I missing?
You want me to put it back up?
Yeah, I can't remember this, but Belgium. No. I'm sorry.
Our friendlies,
games,
our warm up friendlies.
Oh, Belgium, Germany, Senegal, and.
Belgium. No, it goes Belgium, Portugal, Senegal, Germany.
I was just trying to get the 4 teams. Portugal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Portugal.
So, what is a good record over those 4 games?
So the first 2 are in March, right?
Yep.
Therefore, the intensity level is still not going to quite be. Oh my God!
Are we crazy to think that we're finally going to see the best team in March? Are we crazy to think?
I think he has to call up the best team in March. Absolutely, he has to call up the best team in March. Obviously, that's going to be determined a lot by injury, right, and availability. But I think we have to see the
4 wins from 4 games is amazing. Not going to happen likely. What is an acceptable? What makes you feel confident coming out of what result based? I know you're going to say you're not worried about the results. It's more how the team plays.
No. I do think results matter. As you get to the World Cup, results
are about to matter, right?
The way it's not I don't give a shit how you play. I care if you win at the end of the day. Now, and because it's a World Cup. Now, if you're in friendly territory,
3 out of the 4 Pod A teams.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you play them. That's why you play them. I think you want to see. I think you want to win at least. I want to say at least one of those games. It feels low. At least one of those.
A good result is winning 2.
Okay, winning 2 and then losing 2. You feel okay because I think you want two wins and a draw. Then, like you want to. So here's the thing. It's individual, right? You want to either beat Belgium. Well, actually, Belgium, Germany, or Portugal. You want to beat one of those teams.
Yeah, right? I think it's Belgium and Senegal are your most likely.
Those are pot 1 teams. Senegal, you want to beat because they're not supposed to be a pot 1 team. They're not a pot 1 team, and you're supposed to beat them. So you give me a win against Belgium and a win against Senegal, and we play well enough to be in the game against Portugal and Germany. All right, I guess I'll take that. I wouldn't be thrilled about it, but I guess
what would be interesting to see is the likely time you're going to meet a pot A team. If you win out your group, is going to be the quarterfinals, semifinals. Do you play those teams straight out in those games? Do you try to play your game against them, or against pot A teams, quarterfinal, semifinal? Are you playing not to lose and just get your opportunities?
I think
because you practice that in those games is what I'm saying.
I think in March you're going all out to win games. I think in June you're thinking differently, probably.
But then you're not potentially practicing the techniques against those teams that you may need to employ.
No. I think against Germany, you're a little less worried about winning that game outright. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's just a win-win-win mentality. Who cares? Maybe it just has to be that in all 4 games. Yeah.
Is it wrong that I'm
probably
not
better.
drinking the Portugal Kool-Aid?
No, I mean, everything
I just feel like they're a hot, cold team. I
they are,
feel like
they are, but they
when
show
they're
up
on,
in
they're on.
tournaments.
Unlike
They show up
Germany,
in
which is
tournaments.
like a freaking machine, you know,
But that's not true.
they're not the Germany of before, but they're still consistent, is what I'm saying. I don't think they're up and down. I think their consistent level is lower than what it was in the Miroslav Klose days and the Marco Reus days, you know, like I think they're not that team.
But come on, the talent that Portugal can run out, Vitinha, João Neves, Nuno Mendes. What are we talking about here? Like
I know Portugal kind of reminds me of England in the early 2000s, man. Just like, yeah, the talent's there, but they don't always play as a team. That's my thing. I don't know.
Okay, all right. I mean, we're gonna find out, right? I mean, it's Roberto Martinez, right? He's in charge. So, and there's always that question
Upgrade from Belgium.
What is Ronaldo's role in this?
Listen, Roberto Martinez, a coach that most Americans said wasn't good enough for the U.S. team.
Interesting, yeah.
2 years ago, correct?
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
The name was actually after the 2022 World Cup. That would be more fair because that's when the conversation actually was happening.
I mean, just some of these names, right? Like Ruben Diaz, Diego Dalot, who maybe isn't a world beater, but he plays at Manchester United and plays regularly. You've got Paulinho, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Neves, Mateus Nunes, Manchester City, Ruben Neves. Well, he's
Did you say Leao?
I'm in the midfield. I'm only in the midfield. Vitinha, who's one of my favorite players on the planet right now. João Felix is not.
Good news is they only play 3 or 4 of them.
But Leao, Conceição, you like Conceição.
I do like Conceição. I think he's undersized, but he makes it work for himself, you know?
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out. I mean, obviously, look, they're not in the group. They're just a friendly opponent, which, you know, we'll see what that looks like.
So we're saying 2 wins, draw and a loss. That's a good
two. Yeah. Well, that's 7 points out of 4 games. Hell yeah, that's good.
So what's the result? What the results have to be before you hit your first DEFCON change? Or is there even a DEFCON change? Or do they get?
No, I think if they get drummed, say like 5-0 by Belgium, I would say that goes a DEFCON. That goes from 5 to 4, right?
So I would say as long as there's no loss with a goal difference of 3+, I feel good. If you lose to any of those teams 2-0, I'm not.
I would say maybe more than giving up goals, which is obviously a concern. Not scoring would be the thing that would get me nervous.
Does not scoring worry you more than getting scored on?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I feel good about the offense. The defense is where I have.
Well, they need to score goals to show that they can do it in the World Cup, because we've always been goal shy in the World Cup. World Cup goals are extremely tough to come by. Like, okay, what?
Yeah, but for me, in a World Cup or any championship, like if you have a good defense, you can stay in games.
The last World Cup goal we scored was like a oops off of Haji Wright.
True.
That's the last World Cup goal we scored.
I think a few World Cups back was it 2006. We had 1 goal. Clint Dempsey was the only goal.
I mean, you're going way back. I'm just okay. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, World Cup goals are hard to come by. We had, how many did we score in 2022? How many World Cup goals did we score?
Let's see.
You can name all of them if you think hard enough.
Weah had one. Christian Pulisic had one with his balls. He scored with his balls.
Scored with his balls.
Haji Wright had one. I want to say there was one more. I'm gonna
That's
say
the entire list. No. That's it. There were 3 goals.
We scored one with our back and one with our balls.
We scored twice in the group phase. Twice. And then we scored 1 against the Dutch before we got beat.
But again, that's why defense is important.
I forgot that England beat Iran 6-2 in that tournament, in their opener. And then that, you know, obviously that was.
And US did a good job against them. Very good job.
Yeah, didn't score. Again, didn't score. Kept them off
the board. We ran that game, dude. We ran that game.
I know.
Tyler Adams' breakout game there.
Right. Yeah, but then, you know, we 2 games later, yes, Pulisic scored with his balls. 2 games later, we couldn't figure out the Dutch and got played off the pitch partly because we were gassed. Tyler was absolutely cooked by that point.
Was it Tommy Smith that used to have the back of the old onion bag? Was that his thing?
Yeah, that was his thing.
Man,
The
remember
old
Tommy Smith and
onion bag.
but
Huh?
Seamus Coleman? Was that the other guy's name there
Damon
back in the
Coleman
day?
was back in the day. Tommy's still on radio. He's still doing radio.
No, R.I.P. Not that he's not dead, but R.I.P. Ray Hudson's broadcasting career. That's a legend that we didn't talk about leaving the game.
I know.
I mean, no one loves Ray Hudson more than these guys over here. Love me some Ray Hudson.
I think I talked to Ray on the radio when he made the announcement because we made a big deal about it on Sirius.
Part of MLS culture is gone, man. I mean, him and Phil Shane calling the Spanish league, obviously the La Liga games, but back in the day, loved listening to call MLS games as well. We were really lucky to have him.
Before we run out of here, we should like a little bit of a review of the U.S. men's national team players in Europe, scoring goals, Champions League and the like.
All week.
Weston McKennie scored. Very good goal. I'm not saying Paphos is anything. Not really.
Juventus wasn't putting anything on the board though, man. He finally had to do it.
Well, I think that game was a reflection of Juve's struggles more than Paphos.
You're right. Paphos could have been up 3-0 in that first half. They had some really good opportunities.
So Weston scores. Very good goal. Love that he roofed it rather than trying to go back across the face of goal. And he now has, I think he's hit the second player to hit double digits for goals and assists in the Champions League as an American.
Yep.
Christian Pulisic obviously is the other one. So that's 10.
Weston shows up in big games, man.
9
big
goals
game.
and an assist. Well, and now the the discussion, the talking point is Weston McKennie has to be in your U.S. men's national team for the World Cup. He has to be. That's what I've seen.
It's hard though. Even I get it, but it's still hard because the Juventus, he's playing 6 different positions so far this year. What's his position with the U.S. national team?
I don't know that he fits the way that
just this week he's playing the right wing back role. That's what he's playing.
Yeah.
Is it Dest? Is it Weah? Is it him? Does it open up for Gio Reyna to have a midfield or Malik Tillman to have a midfield spot?
I do think that if you just have good soccer players around, that's a good idea.
I'm worried that 3 of our marquee players are all being seen as the same position right now. Weston McKennie playing right wing back for Juventus and other spots too, but right wing back this week. Tim Weah this week, Monaco versus in the Champions League, right wing back. Serginho Dest this week, Champions League, right wing back. Like they can't all be on the field. So does it make you nervous that 3 of your marquee players are all playing the same position?
Well, let's do this. Okay. It's been a couple minutes, but let's see. Drop one.
From the team or from the starting 11?
No, drop one from the team. You only have 20. Well, you might have 26 spots, but drop one. You don't need them all. I think it's right. I think that's the guy.
Because Freeman, if you have need a defensive right back, Freeman's better than all 3 of them. Defensively.
Yeah.
Defensively. That make it clear. I'm talking defensively. He's better than all 3 of them. Weston McKennie probably gives you the best ball retention. Serginho Dest is the best off the dribble, and Tim Weah is the best getting behind the defense. Stretching the field from that position. All those guys supply something, and they're all different what they give you. You can't drop Weston because he gives you, like we said, 6 different positions for Juventus right now.
Yeah,
that kind of malleability and duct tapeness is something that every coach wants.
I think so too, and I know there's people.
And Tim Weah's ability to play winger if you need him to as well, or that wide forward position is key as well.
I know there will be people who say that Weston is the drop because his performances aren't consistent enough for the national team or something like that. I'm sorry. No, I think Weston, I'm not going to say that he's not an automatic starter. Not right now.
I will say this though. If you were playing in the pot A group, pot A team, quarterfinal, semifinal, I probably want Serginho Dest on there. Not for his defense. Because I'm sorry, I apologize. Early rounds. I'm sorry, I said it the wrong way. Early rounds, when you're playing in Australia or something like that, I probably want Serginho Dest because how do you beat bunkered in defenses? Ball penetration, 1-on-1, beat a guy, and then teams get unbalanced. You got to have a guy that can break down a player and beat a player on the dribble. So I think you would miss him in those games, but I still think it's Dest out of those ones.
All right. So Weston McKennie scored a goal.
Oh, man, I didn't think about this. I didn't think about this, Jason.
Yeah.
What if Anthony Robinson is ready for the World Cup? Can you drop Dest?
The
ability to play left back?
You probably don't drop him then. Although I think Arston's going to the World Cup regardless.
Sure, but you're not taking just one left back, right?
No, you're probably taking. Well, I don't know. I guess nobody else is close, but we haven't.
He's having a left back. Other than Tolkien, but Tolkien's very similar to Arston.
Yeah, well, I think Arvston's a better player than Tolkien.
I agree. Token had better ball service, but
yeah. Yeah, probably true. But Tolkien also is messy on the ball sometimes.
I'm not a fan of Token, just so you know.
Chaotic on the ball. So, all right. So, good. The fact Juve is not tearing up the world, clearly. And although Christian, with no Champions League and no Europa League for Milan, is doing work, keeping them in first place, going off the bench and scoring twice.
Tied for the goals lead in Serie A. 7 goals, only 5 starts.
Yeah, he's not
5 stars. I mean, he's been in and out of the lineup, still producing. Best player on AC Milan. They love him. Comes in 60th minute, I think, or 63rd minute, something like that. Scores in the 64th, like first touch of the ball. Scores 2 goals. Flu game. Had a fever going into this week. Doesn't start. Comes off the bench, saves AC Milan's bacon. Listen, they love him. I spent a lot of time this week watching Serie A Italian YouTube fan channels translated captions to English. I mean, they love this guy. And I just wish that we got some of that fight and some of that player when it comes to U.S. national team. I know it's easy and lazy to say that a little bit. I just don't feel like we get the same player. Maybe we'll see it soon, though.
Yeah. All right, so there's a question here from Jackie. Is the roster's 26? What I'm reading is that basically once they established in Qatar that it was going to be 26, that it's really hard to go back. It's sort of like the 5 substitution rule that came out of COVID.
Hydration breaks.
Really hard to go back. So it looks like 23 to 26. Minimum of 23, max of 26. I can't imagine anybody's going to.
Why would you take less?
23? Yeah, that's enough for me. I like 26 players. That's too many. No. Suddenly I was Jimmy Stewart there for a second. Time of the year, maybe.
You want the moon? I'll lasso it for you and pull it down.
I'll put the moon down for you. What's her name in that movie?
I was kind of Irish.
But he does have that a little bit.
It's Donna Reed, but I don't remember what her name is.
It's Donna Reed. Yeah, I can't remember.
Talk about a hottie back in the day.
Oh, she was top notch.
Classic.
She was top notch. 23 to 26. It looks like it's going to be 26. So that gives you a little bit more freedom. If you want to take 3 fullbacks from one side, you can do that. You can justify it.
Yeah.
Depending on which formation you play. And the U.S. can play with wingbacks. I mean, but you probably need 5 center backs at least.
Who do you think is the 26th man on the U.S. roster?
Like the last guy? They're not going to tell us who the last.
No, but when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's probably the last. Like, who do you think is the last guy? Like, who gives the last guy energy?
Well, I think Roldan has the last guy.
I don't think he's last guy.
No, he's probably not. But he kind of
in the fan base's mind, he is.
Yeah.
Roldan's like 19.
Okay. Man, who would be? Well, there's at least 3 goalkeepers, so we know.
Yeah,
usually the third
goalkeeper.
All right, how many? Okay, you're taking.
Is Giorena 26? Is he luxury?
You're taking Balogun, Haji Wright, and Pepe. None of those guys are the last guy. Gio could be the last guy. You're right. Gio could be the last.
Brendan
guy.
Aronson.
But the last guy is usually a guy that's like multiple uses, can play a couple different positions. It's a good locker room guy. Like you don't want to break this thing about Gio, man. It's so hard to know how that's going to go.
Late
down.
era Frankie Hayduck.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that.
Which is Roldan energy.
Yeah, man, this is a really good question. I don't know because there's also like a lot of the guys I'm thinking of aren't veteran players; they're younger players. That's why I said Roldan.
26 energy.
I think
he's higher.
I think Tessman is. No, I don't think. I don't think so. Tyler.
Ed Morris 26 man energy.
Yeah, I know. Well, Ed Morris is not making it over Tanner Tessman. I think you only take one of those guys. That's my guess.
Johnny Cardoso 26 man energy.
Johnny Cardoso might be 26 man energy. Yeah, might be.
If he's healthy and you take a flyer, let's say he's not playing much at all for the national team. We could just getting back to Atletico Madrid, and let's say he has 3 great weeks at the end for Atletico Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you take him.
Maybe you do. I mean, again, every coach.
You think there's any player? Is there any player that only has like 2 caps that makes this roster that maybe just going to break out? If you had to pick a breakout guy down the stretch that makes a move, is there an MLS guy that maybe like that stands out or something like that? Is there anyone that you think has a way to get in?
You know what? Sebastian Berhalter has 26th man energy too,
for sure.
And he, because I think while he is a
The
decent
ball service
midfielder,
alone.
it's that. It's you bring him because we're down a goal and we get a set piece weapon on the field.
If you're playing the pot A teams and you get fouls and you need a way to get first of all, you need industry against teams like that. Dude's got industry.
Sure.
You need a guy that when you're 20 yards out and you got a free kick.
You keep saying pot A, you mean pot 4 teams is what you mean, right?
No.
Pot 3?
Pot A, because when you're late in the game, like you're not going to get a lot of opportunities going forward.
All right.
And so when you get that foul, you need to capitalize on it.
I could see, okay, so man, it's the wingback thing that's really going to throw that off. Interesting.
A few 26-man energies there, though.
Yeah, somebody somewhere.
From the chat, Jackie says Zendejas 26
BA. It's either BA or Zendejas.
Zendejas is a good shout because like dude's hot in Mexico. Dude's hot. Just scored again over there. I think last weekend or the week before. Like the guy produces at that level.
Yep, that's true.
Just haven't figured out how to get the most out of him.
Somebody in MLS, some 22-year-old, 21-year-old player will start doing some stuff. I mean, again, you have enough weapons that it can't be Brian White, right? But Brian White would be like Brian Ching making the roster, right? It's kind of got that vibe to it, and that we have had that surprise before, and there might be an injury, right? Like I'm not knock on wood.
If the right back position wasn't so thick. Listen, I got the shirt on. I know what I'm saying right now and how it sounds. If the right back position wasn't so thick, and I'm talking about a guy that could break out early next season, keep your eye on Mauricio Cuevas. I'm telling you,
you keep
Mauricio Cuevas is the shit. He is serving amazing balls from the right side.
I think I thought of somebody again. I'm not saying I have to think about the number of spots, but the energy of it, and who knows? What about Kramaski?
Pochettino loves himself an Argentinian.
What about?
And he did bring him up a decent amount early on. He gave him a few caps. Had a good youth World Cup.
Yeah,
wasn't available for a lot of the summer games because he was playing in the U20 World Cup. Yeah, I mean, where's Kramaski playing now?
He was on loan in Italy last time.
I thought Serie B, right? Serie B.
I thought he was at
Bologna.
It wasn't Parma, was it?
Oh, maybe it's Parma.
He is a Parma. Yeah, he's at Parma. Parma's a Serie A club. No, he
only
made 2 appearances. He's only made 2 appearances for Parma, so it hasn't been great for him there yet. But yeah,
I mean, he would need to. Is he coming back to his MLS team then in the spring?
Good question. It's a good.
I don't know what the terms of that loan were.
Don't know anybody. If
Miami sells his rights, right?
Parma was like searching around for an American to buy, and I think they were looking at Jack McGlynn, and then they couldn't get McGlynn out of Houston. That's an interesting one too, by the way. Jack McGlynn.
It'll be interesting because he had one of the better U20 World Cups out of any player at the tournament. This is going to be the first real transfer market window where Miami still has his rights, right?
Yes, yeah, he's still a Miami player on the books.
So, I mean, Miami doesn't look like they need to bring him back. They've got plenty of offensive weapons right now. Do you try to capitalize and make some money off him and he goes to a team, and maybe he goes to a team that actually will play him straight away and get some results?
Yeah, could be.
As good as anyone else.
Could be that.
I mean, Robert Ellis, how about Gianluca Busio? I've forgotten about him.
I mean, he's still a decent player, but he's I think he's still
Venezia,
right? Still playing. He's playing Serie B. He's useful on occasion, but he's not the level.
If we put goalkeepers in the mix, I'm telling you right now, Clinton's making 26-man energy.
Yeah, that's probably a thing. I could see that. All right, that's it. We're done. Wrapping it up. I think this is probably going to be our last show before the Christmas holiday.
Likely.
I will be traveling next week to the wonderful island of Puerto Rico. I did that just extra for you. I did that extra for you a little bit. And who knows?
The land of plantains.
Could be doing stuff from there, but at least next week it might be tough. And the next week is Christmas. So, yeah, probably not going to see
New Year's after that, to be honest with you.
And New Year's after, and New Year's, Christmas and New Year's in Puerto Rico is off the chain.
My wife's
insane.
birthday's on New Year's as well, so I'll probably be doing some stuff. So we may not see us till the transfer window opens.
And my anniversary is the 22nd of December, so there's a lot going on with that. Yeah. Oh man, this is such a bonus conversation. I don't know if you were into it. I might be doing the thing you did. I got to schedule it. The timing is bad because
you got to
of the
talk
holidays.
more. You got to tell me more.
I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor. And I had a conversation with the doctor.
Oh, you're still live firing, aren't you?
I am live firing, and I've been told, hey, maybe don't be live firing.
Dude, are you still wearing rain jackets?
No, there's no. We're on the Catholic method, dude. It's
that's risky as shit. No, hell no, man. I'm not leaving that up to Jesus.
Hold on. I will say, man, this is such a bonus conversation, not for the regular show, but modern technology means that she can be pretty sure when there's a target to hit and when there's no target to hit. Right?
You know how many babies are born that way?
Oh, look,
you know what else, Jason? You do it in a spa. It doesn't work. I tell you right now, nothing happens in a spa.
It's been almost 5.5 years since I fired
right here from Aaron in
the
chat. The Catholic method gave me 6 cousins.
No, my cousin 6 kids is what he's saying.
That's funny the way I said it.
I haven't hit that. Look, maybe I don't have any more bullets. Maybe I'm not even aware.
Yeah. Why don't you just keep going with that? Sure.
No, what I'm telling you is that I haven't hit the target in 5.5 years. So if I haven't hit the target in 5.5 years, it's because I'm missing the target or because there's nothing to hit. There's no bullets to hit the target. I don't know the answer to that.
I'm gonna bring up an old Galaxy legend here. Do you remember a gentleman named Pando Ramirez?
I know the name.
Pando Ramirez, big signing out of, I believe, Guatemala for the LA Galaxy. You know how many goals he got in the regular season, Jason?
I don't know.
Zero.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you a guy that was more unlucky and not able to score. Do you know the one goal he scored that season?
MLS Cup final.
MLS Cup winning goal. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, just because you shot some blanks for a while doesn't mean you ain't gonna hit the target soon.
Well, this is why I went to the doctor, man. This is what I'm telling you. This is why it's happening.
Just go to the doctor. Go back again.
Well, I've had the consultation. Now I have to schedule the actual event. The problem is
we'll have to find the bonus where
I waited until December to have the consultation, and now there's no time left to get the deal done before I head off to Puerto Rico for Christmas. So
I'll tell you one of the PG stories from mine. It's never a good sign when there's, first of all, 2 ladies working down there. Like,
this was like a lady doctor.
Would have liked a man for this. You know,
she was like telling me all this stuff and
And
okay, can I check your scrotum? And I was like,
and as the reveal happens, this is when I'm have to have my procedure. Okay. I was about to have the procedure. There's nothing good about 2 ladies pulling it off and be like, "Oh, is it cold? Are you cold in here?"
That didn't happen. You're doing a bit. You're doing a bit.
Go back and check the tapes. I've told the story before.
Check the tape. You have told the story before. I think that's true.
Actually, I told other parts of it more, but
I did hear from the doctor that I don't have to do the other thing you did, which was try to race your sample to the testing facility.
Legit. I had a seatbelt next to me.
Also, I never asked you this part. I never thought about it. Did you go full under or did you go local?
No, I can smell the burning.
You went local?
Yeah.
Whoa. Why is that the choice?
I'm a real man. What I need to like come on. Just some plumbing.
Here's what I was told though. She looked at me when she was talking about my options. She looked at me and said, "Oh, you have red in your beard. You might need extra anesthesia down there. A little extra local." No, she said legitimately there are studies that the redheaded gene it means that you're not as like susceptible to the anesthesia locally, and you need more. And I was like,
fucking warlock, dude. Ginger's weird, dude. I don't know.
I mean, I'm like a 10th ginger if I'm ginger at all. It's kind of like
warlock.
What does that mean? I can cast spells?
Yeah, dude.
I would have casted a spell to get rid of the bullets.
You're gonna summon golems, dude. I'm telling you.
Get myself cut open.
Or whatever. D&D, you'd be a warlock. I'm telling you.
I was not prepared. Such a bonus conversation. I was not prepared for what is the actual part? Let me check to see if you have the normal anatomy for delivering the material. And I was like, what?
Oh, you're talking about the tube?
Yes.
Oh,
and she's like feeling around for the tube. And at first she's like, "Oh, I don't feel it. I don't have." Oh, there it is.
Not the first woman to tell you that. I don't feel it.
Now the question is, do I really want to rob the world of more little Jason Davises? That's
you
the
really
question.
want to wreck your life for another 18 years.
Not wreck my. Wow, you're sounding like such a positive parent over there.
I'm gonna say you already started over once. What, 8 years apart?
No, my kids are 13 years apart.
Yeah, dude, you're almost out.
But okay, but I wouldn't trade Tiago for anything. Like, Tiago's
No,
Tiago's going to keep me young.
It's a quality of life thing.
No, Tiago's going to keep me young. No, look, Kayla does not want a kid, and I don't want to do that. You're right. I don't want to go back around on this. I don't.
I'm not sure she doesn't want a kid, dude. She's doing like the sticky finger method.
No, she doesn't. She's the reason this is happening. I mean, not the reason. Although the doctor, of course, has to be sure. Are you 100%? Are you 100%? Because if you're not 100%, are you 100%? Yeah, I'm 100.
Fast deference.
That's what it is. Like, let me check for your vast deference. Jesus. All right. I can't believe that all came out at the end of the show.
You may want to trim that up for a bonus for the podcast. We'll see. That may be just for the YouTube.
I think it might be. There might be I might have to cut out that part of the show for when I post it to the regular podcast.
You brought it up, not me.
This is why you watch the live show, because this will live here. And if you didn't watch the live show and you're not a bestie, a Patreon member like Evan, like Evan,
nicely done.
You wouldn't get it. Can you?
It's so opposite to me. I don't like there.
You're not a good weathercaster. You got to be a weathercaster. They're gonna be like this.
Sometimes
I would point the wrong way when I was pointing to you, but then I realized I got to point to you like this. Hey,
I have to point away. Yeah, that's weird.
Hey, that's gonna be it for us, everybody. Thank you very much for enjoying the massage.
Enjoy the holidays, guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful holiday.
Who asked those questions?
Damn, dog, that's in a pose.
Take us to DEFCON 3.
Get to the chopper! WNBC. WNBC. It was there. Oh, here we go. Saucing them up. Hit them. What? The horror show.
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer. It's soccer.
Jay Rodius.